thing. The church never had any power here after all. Luxury's brought in these rookies. I'm a little bit surprised to see it. What do you think of this decision your way?
Well, they're not rookies, to be fair, right? Shine and H3, we have seen them before. Maybe not the... Subs is the correct way to phrase it, though we have seen H3 be a starter and actually start last week in one of the games as well. I agree with the sentiment that he's probably more of the Enchanter player, because CBL is known for his hooks and not for anything else, for valid reasons in both ways. So a little bit confusing to see H3 on Leona, but Leona is a stable. Everyone has to be able to play Leona. It's like Alistar in the VCS. If you can't play Leona and Alistar, you will not be able to be a starter in this league. So I'm more confused about the ADC position. I think the supports are both decent players. Shine to me is more of a strong side player, which confuses me when you have a Tryndamere and an Akali is your...
Okay.
That was interesting. Just a little bit of a time warp again.
In time. All right. Fair enough.
But yeah, to finish the point...
We get more time to talk.
Usually Shine is more of a strong side player compared to Vid, who's able to absorb pressure. So maybe this indicates a little bit more pressure or a little bit more focus put onto the bot lane. You can play... maybe not weak side, but ignore the Tryndamere in top lane. Just let him do his thing, let him scale up, let him farm. And the same is true for Akali mid lane. So I expect Killer Queen to actually be pathing towards bot side a little bit later, because he started bot, so he's not going to come immediately. But I expect him to be there at 4 or 5 minutes.
It's a fair point. I'm about to say something that makes me kind of hate myself, but it's still true. I'm actually kind of excited to see what Coded can do on Tryndamere. Now, I've never said that I'm excited for a Tryndamere ever. I hate this champion. If I could delete one champion from the game, it would be Tryndamere. Yuumi, you do get to survive for another day. But I hate Tryndamere. But I am excited to see how they play around Coded on it. I think Coded on Tryndamere is an interesting champion player pair.
Oh yeah, I agree. Coded is a very hit or miss, very volatile player. Feast or Famine to the extreme, and his Jax, an auto-attacking champion, like Tryndamere maybe, but no time for that. Killer Queen is here for his first impact.
He certainly is, but 2T reads it perfectly. He gets that phase rush proc, runs down, and there's no chance for Killer Queen. They blunt the first gank.
And this is actually quite bad for Killer Queen, because now he is shown on the map, which means bot knows bot side is safe to invade, to get the scuttle, to even maybe impact the bot lane. So now the map is basically split, at least for Luxury. And SE has a little bit of the impetus on their side. They can decide where to go, if they want to fight in the jungle, if they want to avoid the clash in the jungle, because they know the whereabouts of Killer Queen. So this first gang actually backfiring more than you would initially think, just looking at the screen, because, I mean, he just walked away, right? But Spot now with a little bit of an experience advantage. Shine, okay. Aggressive roam to Spot.
Yeah, they do find him, but he does use the gas getaway. There was a scuffle up on the top side. Both top laners burnt their ghost. Interesting just to note that Graves has brought the ghost.
Yeah, we've seen this adaptation a lot,
yeah. So he doesn't get just completely run down by Tryndamere. Not 100% sure what happened up there, but it just ended up in a trade. Nothing too remarkable, except it has led to a bit of a CS lead already being built up for Coded.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen from what I've seen in this matchup. So usually it's Graves favored early, and then Tryndamere tries to take over the longer the game goes. The ghost on Graves, oh, no time for that. The second attempt.
Yep, they're going to go again. The E lands. 2T has no chance. High comes in as the cheerleader squad, but first blood for Luxury.
And that was some APM coming in from Blazes there, because he was spamming those emotes. That was some quick emote game out of Blazes. I think he spent more time actually fiddling with his emotes than actually hitting anything. Though he played this situation quite well. The E is perfect, he slows down 2T, flashes too late. Just textbook play. But look at that, 2 emotes. I think one might even be connected to his spell there. It was so quick. But yeah, so far from Luxury, I'm very impressed with their bot lane. This is the sub bot lane, because not only are they winning the 2v2, even though they're behind in experience right now, they need to be careful. All in is dangerous, level 3 against level 4. But I really like their move to go out of lane and use the vision plant to spot on the bot side, because that gave Killer Queen all the information that the enemy team had from the earlier gank. So when I talked about the earlier gank and the vision advantage for SE, immediately the bot lane from Luxury adapted, went to the vision plant and actually spotted Spot on the other side. I hate his name for that. But yeah, that's a super cool play. And just...
You just gotta get your thesaurus out. Locate Spot. That's
true.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
What does Germany call Where's Wally? Or the equivalent.
Oh no.
Oh, now to come back to it, this is going to be a badly timed engage there by H3. They had no idea that Spot was there. They did not locate him. But he just diffuses the play. The flash from Leona will get them to safety.
Leona. This champion is always so cursed. Every time she goes in, she just overextends. But she actually gets away with her life, which is quite nice, because they are able to sustain their lane positioning. You can see, okay, this is super aggressive. This hook would have been death for H3, but fortunately he gets away again. And now Luxury is still in an advantageous position in the bot lane, able to crash the wave. So, oh, Blazes, be careful.
Yeah, be careful, you say. Killer Queen just flies in, just ward hops back out, though. 75 gold, just used to demand some respect. Worth, of course.
Also, Killer Queen's Q accuracy, still holding up. I haven't seen him miss a Q. It's so impressive. I actually want to talk about him a little bit more on this Lee Sin, because usually if you talk about Vietnamese Lee Sins, you think about SOFM and you think about Levi. But Killer Queen, this new jungler, he has really put his name on the table as well. He is so insanely good at this champion, and the first pick was debated among our analysts, but I thought, okay, this is clearly Killer Queen first picking Lee Sin, because he's so insanely good on this champion. Or not. Oh god, I cursed him. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, he hit all his spells, to be fair. He did not miss a spell, as I'm not sure if Carrick is still here. Hello?
Oh, wow. I accidentally tapped my my mic. Good job, Carrix. Sorry about that. The caster curse was... What I was saying was the evil warlock of your way did strike as Killer Queen goes down. My bad. Let's have a look at how this one happened. He does, in fact, hit all his spells.
Yeah, So... He didn't see Palette, I think is my read of the play, so he thought he had a free kill on 2T, and it would have been a free kill, because he had flash available, but then Palette was there, and Nautilus is very annoying to deal with, because he can just auto-attack you, and then you're locked in the tower. So very good roam, very good adaptation from Palette to be there in time to protect 2T for the potential gank. Just reading the play from Killer Queen, reading his mind maybe a little bit. And yeah, Killer Queen hits everything in terms of mechanics and still goes down. The kill goes over to 2T as well, who's gotten out of this laning phase with a little bit of an advantage for himself. So everything going pretty well for SBTC. The worst early game team in the league, minus 3 point something K at 15 minutes. And yes, we still have a little bit of time for 15 minutes, so don't want to curse them with that. But so far, looking way better than we expect them to.
Yeah, and that's, it is 8 minutes. It's actually coming up on 9. And Luxury are the only team seemingly interested in the Herald. Their SE is going to play the other side of the Shelly bargain, as Jinx is already hitting the tower. There's a response coming in here from Luxury, but who do you actually think comes out on top here, your way?
Always depends on the ensuing Rift Herald placement, but they don't have any chip damage on towers, so this Rift Herald is really only 300 gold, so I think my initial reaction would definitely be SE. They get the Dragon and Platings funneled into Jinx, and also deny a lot of experience and CS from the enemy bot lane. Very good positioning there from Palette. Again, great game so far from him to really put a lot of pressure on Shine, and H3 left the lane. Shine couldn't go stay under tower because Palette was too threatening there. So really liking what I'm seeing so far from Palette. We know his potential is very high. We also know his recent performances haven't been the greatest. So it's always good to see these players step up again.
Very true. Someone I want to see get involved sooner rather than later is Blazers on this Akali. Has access to the perfect execution already. I want to see him linking up with Killer Queen, moving into a side lane or trying to catch out Spot. Because I feel like if you just try and scale against a Rise, it's a fool's errand.
Well, it's a very strong 1-3-1 setup, which is something you don't really associate with the VCS as a whole, but we have seen a lot of progression in terms of macro. Now, Luxury is not the team I would associate with that macro kind of play, as we have a clash in the top lane, Tryndamere going into ultimate.
Tryndamere, Keck W, moves on forward, still can press Q to get a nice heal, but we've got another fight. Ooh, he realm warps away, well done.
And that's ultimate blown from both sides. All the summoner spells down in top lane. It's a very volatile now. Spot as a free kill.
Oh, Coded's in trouble.
Yep. Oh, Coded wants to stack his bar for the Q. Oh, that's an early Q. I think he should be fine.
Raid, I think.
Yeah. The minion block. Wow, the minion block. Oh my god, Spot is fuming. That was disgusting. Spot was blocked the whole way. Okay. I mean, I think Coated read the situation very well and actually disengaged in time to not be under too much threat, because he was actually in kill range for Spot's ultimate plus auto attack there. So very nicely done from Coated. Gets back to the wave, collects the rest of the minions, and now is back to a healthy state. Oh, Spot is still here. Wow, Coated, really impressive read so far. Dealing with this situation on the weak side perfectly. And now Palette might be in trouble.
We've got some aftershocks going off. The earthquakes on the rift. The flash forward here from H3. They're going to try and go in onto Palette. One more shot will do it. Doesn't matter. Killer Queen brings down the boot.
Interesting flash. Now, very nicely done from Luxury. This was orchestrated from the whole team. Coated reading and dealing with the pressure on the top side perfectly, tanking all of the resources from SBTC, and Luxury using that opportunity to immediately strike on the other side of the map. Textbook play from them, and now 2T needs to be very careful. Oh, and the Q hits, of course.
Has to burn his flash.
Man, playing against Killer Queen's Lee Sin must be so stressful.
Yeah, I think it's a weird decision by Riot. I would love to talk to a Riot why it is that if you're Killer Queen, Lee Sin has point and click Qs. It's a weird decision. I don't know. How do you enable that? I'd like it for my Q not to be a skill shot.
He's Gore Drinker first item already finished for Killer Queen, so he's in a very strong position right now. We have first items trickling in. And of course, the VCS has also caught up to the meta in the top lane, so we do have Graves with the Hull Breaker.
Yo ho, fiddle-dee-dee, do what you want because a pirate is free.
Oh no.
Oh, but speaking of who's not free, it's Spot. I tell a lie, he gets away, he dives down into the seas and swims back to his ship, as Palette will be able to escort him out. The rest of Luxury arrive, but they aren't able to actually lock him down. Luxury,
okay.
SE backing off. Well, Luxury, though, don't want to let them as they just fly directly on in. H3 already taking a lot of damage. This is a really bold move. They will pick up the first kill.
Good flash.
Now Spot moving forward. Can he get the kill? He can. He gets the reset, uses the E. Can he get out of there? Oh my god, it's Viego, baby! It's Viego! As he gets a second
Shine
as well.
is here.
Big Boys now having to flash away, whipping in the rockets, but it doesn't matter because Shine arrives. But 2T comes in. He's overloading. The flux is spreading, and the Blue Man Group's on tour as Rise picks up another.
What a messy fight. So many small mechanics actually going the way of SBTC. Perfect fight for them. I actually was so impressed with the micro execution for Luxury's players, especially Killer Queen as always, but also Blazes in the mid lane. Let's take another look and keep your eyes on the reset from Viego, because that turned the whole fight. He gets down. This flash from Blazes is amazing to dodge the execution damage, but Spot is able to reset there and doesn't die. Gets another ult off. That's so much damage, so much time board for Vinboys to just auto attack away. Good flash from him as well, and then it's just a little bit too much damage from SBTC. It's so hard for Luxury to actually move here. There's no maneuverability because they are in between the jungle and the towers, so they can't move in either direction. Very nicely done from both sides, actually. Super impressed with the fighting mechanics and just tiny things turning the fight in SBTC's favor. And speaking of SBTC's favor, 15 minutes in, 5-5 in kills, and they are sitting on an almost 2k gold lead.
I mean, the big thing here in Luxury, I think they want to try and have another go in the bot lane here. 2T this time doesn't have the moves, as he will fall down.
Yeah, nicely done. Leona ulti doesn't have to connect if you have a Jhin, because you can just shoot the Leona ult in the general direction, then the Deadly Flourish will actually confirm the job, so very nicely done, another good kill, and this gives them Dragon, which kind of offsets the run of play and Luxury back in the game, but it's a super close affair.
This is a very, very close affair where we didn't expect one your way. I think we have Luxury pegged as pretty solidly a mid-tier team, compared to SE that we think is quite low tier as coded. Has to be a little bit careful around Enpa. But as you said, this is SE leading. Oh no, here we go. As Blazers is in trouble, the rocket comes in, dealing a lot of damage. Killer Queen over the wall, doing well, but gets hit by another Q. Can Spot find any lockdown? I don't think so.
Look at
Luxury
SBTC.
will be able to evacuate.
SBTC actually showing some good macro for a last place team, 0-4 on the league, but they immediately turn to the tower, actually focus on that objective, opening up the mid lane. Coated in no man's land, needs to run away, and SBTC now with a very easy path towards second Herald, and that could break the third outer tower. So SBTC on path to a perfect macro game, you could say. That's an easy objective. Coated just, yeah, with his amazing CC, but the flank is coming. Killer Queen, never mind.
Oh, he hits the Q. This man, again, point and click. The Hex Gates are being used. Hate 3 is delivered, and in goes Coated, giving him the chopper to chop chop. Hasn't used that ultimate yet either, so they can still go under the tower if they want these last two. Now the Undying Rage comes out. He is going in. He is going out. He does get away as well. They're picking up these kills. They're still living under the enemy tower. It's now 2T trying to find his way out. Blazers doesn't want to give it to him. He burns him down. The Inferno rises, but the Inferno will be finally quenched.
And Luxury did not want to get away, let SBTC get away with that objective for free, just showing some hand stiff there. Aggressive play from Coated, Killer Queen and Blazes under the tower, but they actually get away with an advantage from this fight. Nicely, nicely done, especially Blazes showing some insanely aggressive tendencies in this game. Killer Queen we all know, but Coated just dreaded them. 1v3, and I'm confused. Why was 2T not able to protect Vinboys better? I guess he just arrived a little bit too late. Vinboys also...
Sorry, can I explain? Can I explain why that went wrong? Tryndamere Keck W. Tryndamere Keck W.
Okay. I expected as much. But Palette also trying to kill Coated on the other side, just dropping Ignite, immediately turning to the other side. Didn't really work out for them too well. I mean, they do get the kill on Blazes, but not before Blazes are able to execute someone on their side. So this game is getting more and more explosive because everyone in Luxury is just bloodthirsty to the nth degree because they're just running at the enemy backline. So we might end with a 60 kill game here. Prepare your throat, because this one is far
60.
from over.
60? Oh, it's going to be a slow game. Okay, I guess. I am kind of sick, so I guess I'll take a slow game. This is the thing I want to... Obviously, we're praising Luxury due to how that last play went, and I think we're doing that quite rightly. But what I really liked there, or like in this game, I should say, is SE seems to have a pretty good grasp of where they should be on the map. For what we consider a fairly bottom-tier team, that's good to see, because it's normally the biggest weakness of the VCS.
Yeah, I think they looked revitalized. They actually look like a competitive team, which is already more than we saw in week 1, and sure, C games are looking much better. If you look at C games in isolation, SBTC actually sitting on top of the standings there on their group, so maybe the C games have helped this team to actually find a way to communicate better with each other, to actually understand game states and understand what to do. Some fortuitous things definitely have happened here in this game to give them an advantage, but they're still ahead, even with 3 kills down, and their big carries are scaling up.
Sure is. The Gale Force has come in for Coded. This Tryndamere is, as we saw in that last fight, definitely quite the threat. The Hex Gate is there. Luxury are moving in. They find Spot. He breaks the heart to get away and does manage to live.
Okay, let's look at the timer for the Dragon. That's once again Luxury striking right before the Dragon spawns, and once again they find Spot. Now, Spot's ultimate has a relatively short cooldown, you can see it ticking down. I'm not sure if it's gonna be available in 30 seconds. He has to farm up some camps to get back to full HP, but this looks like Luxury is controlling the bot side river, so we are looking at the Dragon stacking now. starting for Luxury. They missed one of the dragons, I believe the first dragon when they played towards topside. Yeah. But yeah, now the dragon stacking is a real opportunity for them.
Paulette coming in, trying to play bodyguard for Vin Boys here, but there's no protecting this man. He has been well and truly caught out. He flashes over the wall. That's a bold use. Blazers answers in kind. They will take down the ADC, but now the teleport coming in for 2T. They're arriving up on this top side. The
Enper?
But he doesn't want to follow it up. Look at Enper just bearing down on Shine. Can he actually catch him out? I think he can. He takes down the Jhin, and suddenly this is looking pretty good for SE. But Killer Queen goes in doing a lot, and Coded arrives. Trindamir's here. He's got one big arm your way, but that's all he needs to chop down the chickens. As he's already picked up to a Realm Warp from 2T is good, not interrupted. He gets out.
And it's only the Jhin. It's not the Jinx on the other side. Killing the Jhin, it's nice, but there's still another AD carry. There's still a Tryndamere. There's still an Akali. Oh, Tryndamere, speaking of him.
He has been caught out. There's no ultimate. There was an ultimate. He just used it as in they go. Coded spins forward, wants to try and get spot. Can't quite do it, but 2T will fall. Nice KS there, H3. We all saw that.
Very nicely done. But that's now potentially the dragon for SE if they run there immediately. Doesn't seem like they've spotted this opportunity, so Killer Queen already on his way. So Shine, this starts with Vin Boys with a super aggressive move on Shine, and yeah, he almost kills him. Shine, ooh, if that hits, I think the fight goes in a whole different way. Because let's don't keep your eyes on Shine, I should say, because he's doesn't really do much in this fight, but he does tank a lot of resources. A lot of people are trying, overcommitting to kill Shine, even though he's not the biggest threat here. Yeah, there's the flash from Enper. Immediately everything is focused on Shine. And yeah, he goes down, but in the meantime, all the resources, all the ultimates are gone. So now Coated can go in for free, just auto-attack away on all the targets you can see. That's 2 kills over to the Tryndamere. That's another one over, I believe, yeah, H3 ended up with a kill. And we have another dive, of course we do.
VCS tradition, we come out of a replay, we go into a fight. Killer Queen's gone too deep, he's been taken down. And now SE are coming in on the backside. The Q lands from Spot, he throws himself forward, still has access to the reset Heartbreaker. H3 moves in. Is he actually going to use it? Oh no, Paulette, he's gone too far. The Jhin ultimate comes out. Blazers moving in, goes gold, and Tryndamere with a double. And Jhin picks up the third. SE, they just go too far.
It's a team fighting Tryndamere. Where have we ever seen a team fighting Tryndamere? But he's succeeding because he's picking his targets and the time to go in so nicely. I think this player has definitely played some Katarina, because he's looking like a Katarina to me in this game, just waiting for his team to fail and get chunked down, and then he goes in from the other side. All the CC spells are out, so it's time for him to shine, to assassinate people, and he's just chomping away. Killer Queen, well, he's still hitting all the skill shots, but he's also dying under towers. This tower has been the thorn in his side, because he's died to this tower twice now. But yeah, look at Coated. He arrives late, and now there's nothing to stop him. One auto-attack from Paulette is just not enough. He can just E constantly, get all the kills. And he's still tanking so many of the CC spells, so yeah, he is a menace in this game.
Yeah, he has already built up those Navori Keck blades as well, so he is even more threatening than he was before. Killer Queen moving forward. Finally, a Q misses.
The Navori Keck blades is my favorite item now, I think.
Oh, hang on. We have a catch. Ooh, not a good kick there from Spot. From Killer Queen, rather, onto Spot, as that will actually allow SE to get away.
In the meantime, we have both, or 2 solo laners trying to farm away in the side lanes, and Luxury spot the Hullbreaker Graves in the bot lane, immediately go to the Baron. There's...
no TP as well.
He's walking up there, and the steal is maybe the only thing Spot can do. I like this from Blazers, trying to flank Spot, and here we go.
Yeah, they found their way in. They just used the Baron as the bait. They're just going to try and take the fight. Spot.
Beautiful.
He goes down for perfect execution, and Coded is running rampant. Gale forces forward. He has that Undying Rage. He's pressed it already, kind of has to be careful now as he won't be healing up too much more. Luxury, they've kind of botched this one a little bit because now Enper coming forward. Killer Queen with a big shield coming out of the Starrett's Cage will keep him safe. Shine wants to keep this one going as in goes the Q. Oh, might have been a little bit too far once again for Killer Queen, but no, he's okay. Blazers coming in from the back. Akali activated, goes into the Shroud, keeps themselves safe, gets a shield, and they're forcing SE off the map. They can't actually kill them though. SE somehow somehow get away.
But Luxury still get away with such a huge advantage in map positioning. Yes, they don't get an objective of this fight, but they get more gold. They also stop the split push in the bot lane. Now they have time to put Coated into the bot lane again, so they reacted to the split push by forcing a fight. What an amazing flank from Blazes, completely shutting off Spot and any chance for SBTC to fight. Look at Blazes, he gets away with his ultimate, gets the execution, and now he's still there, he's still annoying, you still have to think about him. You can see 2T's indecisiveness because he saw the Akali walk away. Initially he wanted to deal with the Akali, now Vinboys is isolated for no reason whatsoever, Shine just assassinating the enemy ADC, and you can see SBTC 2 scattered around the battlefield, and this all came from great positioning from the solo lanes, especially Blazes. He's playing such a risky Akali game. He's not going for the tank build, but he's playing like a tank Akali, constantly flanking, constantly coming in from other sides, using his Shroud on 1 HP to get away from the spells. It's really impressive.
I feel like while we have a moment of downtime, I want to try and get this in if we have a moment of downtime. I think there's a problem with going Hullbreaker Graves without a teleport. Because we saw in that game, they see the Hullbreaker in the bottom lane and just go, okay, start Baron.
You can always look from it. Oh, maybe no time to look at it in detail because they are at the Baron again, trying to force another fight.
Spot's been caught. He's in trouble. Good hook
Blazes.
there from Paulette. Stuffs the engagement. Hey, 3 Blazes. As you said, he's on the side. Can get this first kill onto Paulette anytime they want it. Killer Queen will be the one to take it. Coded has already burnt the ultimate, so they trade a support for a Tryndamere ult. That may well end up being worth.
And Luxury, I kind of like their moves, but also it's not really leading to much. Maybe they're just passing the time for the next dragon, because that's their main objective actually in this game, stacking the dragons. And here it is, 5 seconds away. SBTC still 4 players strong, no ultimate on Spot though, so they really need the first kill to happen without Spot's execution damage. Look at Coated, slowly walking back into the lane. He's level 16, so his ultimate is not on the longest cooldown ever. Also in a very quick blade, helping with that one. So in the end, it's the Dragon, the big prize for Luxury. 20 kills to 8. Considering it's 20 kills to 8, it's actually quite a close game here. Because the composition for Luxury is hard to execute. But so far, the 2 solo laners in particular, and Killer Queen of course, are executing it beautifully.
They absolutely are. This is still a very close game. This gold lead, a 4K gold lead at 27 minutes is largely negligible. The Dragons, though, might be end up what matters. Wow, sorry about that. I forgot how to talk for a moment. As we do have Hextech Soul Point secured for Luxury in 4.5 minutes. That one will come to a head. That is an incredibly strong Dragon Soul. After all, there's no way SE can just give that one up. And Luxury, 3rd time's the charm.
Potentially. So far they've done really well turning away from Baron in time. That's a very early ultimate from Vinboys. Now that's out of the way. They have full vision control. Spot is under huge pressure with Blazes being there to zone him away. Blazes is a little bit low, so maybe Spot with an opportunity to kill Blazes. No, he spots him!
Yeah, the hook goes in. Blazes has to go over the wall. The Heartbreaker to follow. Blazes will actually get away. Now Spot needs to find a way to enter this fight because it's going well for SE. A big hit goes in onto Vinboys. No one's actually going to take that Rift Herald. Realm Warp as more and more members of Luxury fall away. 3rd time was the charm for SE.
Apparently, SE now needs to get this Baron, because if they just win the fight, that's not good enough. They need the Baron. Vinboys completely messing up his kiting of the Red Bull. There's a Palette. What is going on?
It's a Paulette moment. He's had to do it.
Look at the mana.
He's been playing too well. Vinboys firing over the wall, trying to get this Baron down as fast as they can.
Oh no.
But it is here, and there it is. The first kill goes in on the spot, but it doesn't matter because Enpa secures it. The absolute hero of SE, and now he's fighting off 2.
Boom.
There's a rocket to come in to help him out. He's going to get a 2nd kill here your way. Enpa's loaded the shotgun, and he's here to win.
He has finally decided to actually stay in a fight and use his auto attacks. Yes, Hullbreaker, not the greatest item in the team fight, but
the best champion in the game.
Grace, he definitely looked super strong there, and actually getting 2 huge shutdowns, that should put him close to an IE if he wants to go for it. And why did this go so wrong for Luxury? So they are split, their focus is split, and Blazes loses the 1v1 to Spot horribly. Look at that, Blaze is out of the fight, Spot is still there, Killer Queen overextends once again, Coated is out of the fight, so just everyone dying instantly at the start of the fight. Very good grouping from SBTC, protecting their carries. This time no one can get past the front line and onto Vinboys, So finally they're able to just use their close formation to fend off. This Ryze is super pesky to deal with as well for the two assassin-like champions on Luxury side, because he's so tanky, you don't want to hit him. Shine gets a free kill there, but it doesn't really matter. And look at Enper here. Great flash, bad flash from Coated on the other side, of course. And then Enper, he's too tanky. He actually gets the Hullbreaker bonus here, I believe, because no one is around. So this is actually a super tank Graves, stacking up the E with the Hullbreaker bonuses and Baron under his belt. And we can see him. He is so strong. And Coated is not a weak player. Coated is on 4 items or something.
Yeah, he just whips the collateral damage at him just to send a message. As this Graves is well and truly online. He is here to plunder the seas and to break the hulls of Luxury's armada. Or flotilla, rather, if we want to use correct terminology, as they bear down the mid lane. Take down that inner tower. Killer Queen lands a Q, but he's not going to follow it up. How does Luxury get themselves back into this game that felt so good for them? Well,
1 minute to the dragon, and if for some reason they pick up the dragon, that's a pretty good start, I'd say, with the Hextech Soul being able to chase people down, especially for someone like the Tryndamere in the side lane. He's not going to get weakened, he's already on 3 items. I would really like for him to build some armor penetration, because maybe he's just not actually taking into consideration how much armor this Graves has. But if he wants to deal with the Graves in the side lane, just build some armor penetration. You're probably even on less HP, so maybe even the extra added bonus from that item can give you a little bit of extra damage. But yeah, I think you really should look into that one. But regardless, we are 23 seconds away. The push is on SBTC side. They have full control of the river. Luxury needs to find a miracle to get there. They do have Hex Gates, and they do have a teleport ward for Blazes, if they choose to do so.
They also have a Tryndamere. And I've seen too many League of Legends games in my own games where a Tryndamere just solo wins the game by right-clicking on towers, as he is right now. Luxury, of course, have the option to just give this dragon up, and I think it's what they're going to go for. They're in the position to they're forcing SE to bring most of their team, but they're not actually going to contest the objective. They just give it up. They've got another 5 minutes towards Soul.
Killer Queen just tried to look for a kill in top lane, I believe, but very unsuccessfully so. And this is now just an outer, or inner tower, I should say, in top lane for the dragon. Not really worth it for Luxury. On the other side, they also didn't risk anything with this decision, so more gold funneled into the Tryndamere. To be fair, he doesn't really need it. He's 6 and 1. He's on 3 items already. So the gold is not super consequential. The dragon... Oh, wow, look at this item. He's going for the full teamfight build here, actually opting to go for the anti-crit item. Randoms into 280 carries, makes a lot of sense. I still think he needs some armor penetration though, so I would really like to see him go for that as the last item here.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But this is such a tense game now. The gold difference is completely negligible. There's no Baron on the map. We are 4 minutes away from another crack at Soul. And this is a strange game your way, because I'm about to say a sentence that no caster has ever said. The 2 most important players are the top laners.
Well, people are very split on which side of the map they actually want to look at. In the current state of League, I actually feel like we see a lot of games where any position is very important. In this case, yeah, the top lane is very strong, very important. We have seen both of them carry team fights already, which is even weirder to say about top laners. We also still have a Jinx in the backhand of SBTC. Maybe she's actually gonna be useful. 1 and 5 so far. Vinboys in his first game on VCS A. Not the debut you actually want to see. So far struggling a lot to deal with this super aggressive, very scrappy composition.
I want to just jump in and just say it's not his fault. He can't do anything when a Tryndamere runs at him. His team has not been peeling for him very well.
Yes and no. Yeah, some of the deaths have not been his fault. Some have. I think the death to Jhin in the mid lane was weird, and some of the others, maybe not the greatest positioning. Yeah, it's not a horrible game, I agree with that. It's definitely not like he's throwing the game away, but it's not a great performance either. So don't really see why you would play him over Celebrity, but we did see in this game very good improvement in the macro. Okay, that's a dive.
This could be a big one, as that is Leona ultimate onto 2, but it just doesn't matter because look who gets chunked out. It's Shine and Killer Queen immediately being forced back. The Rocket doesn't find anything, but Enpa is just too big on the front line.
Double flank.
The tower falls. Blazers encoded coming on in. The spin is here. Can they get the job done? Blazers will pick up the first. On the other side, the Jinx has gone down as well. Enpa is running forward. He just needs to get something done, but he can't. As Coded takes him down, the Shurikens go into spots back, and Luxury activate the flanks to win themselves a fight.
Did Luxury activate them or SBTC? What was this decision? Why would you funnel into mid lane with no protection whatsoever on the sides? You know how Blazers wants to play this game. You know Coated can come in from any side all the time. This was so over-aggressive. They tanked so much damage initially at the start of the fight, and now that's Baron. That's full control for Luxury again. Luckily, the Dragon is not... Oh no, if he dies...
Oh no. 2T gets caught out. He gets a big shield, but he has to be able to do some damage on the way back. He can't. A tower falls. The game will not end. Death timers are coming up just in time. But it's only a minute. Ooh, Blazers actually caught out. He's in a lot of trouble. This is a huge kill if they get it, and they will.
Yeah, that's quite... He does have teleport.
On time.
He does have teleport though, so he's the one member that can die a little bit later. It will cost them a lot of control on the map. Both mid lane is down. They do have Baron, so it should still be a better map spot for Luxury. But first, take a look at this horrible decision to fight on the tower. Look at how much damage they tank from the tower for no reason. And how did Vinboys die? This is one of the most important things in the fight. He dies to a Jhin bullet, I believe. He just walks too far, then no one blocks the last one. No one blocks the last bullet! Oh, it's horrible. It's a disaster from the team fighting of SBTC. I think Enper maybe a little bit overzealous. No one can actually kill him, but the tower can. So finally Enper falls. And now we have the Dragon on the table, 20 seconds away. Blazes is 10 seconds away from respawning. He has the teleport. It's not super consequential that he died. And he did take the flash from Vinboys, so he's even more exposed now against 4 or 5 item assassins, against Killer Queen with pinpoint accuracy. So how does Vinboys even fight this fight?
I don't know, if I'm totally honest. He might just be adding a Jinx ult to this one. As the Dragon's just getting burst, Soul is secured. There's nothing that SE can do about it. They were too late. They weren't in position on time. And now they're just going to get caught out. The fight's going to happen. Vinboys will pick up a kill. 1 for 1 at the moment. Killer Queen going low. Has a GA, though. Blazers into the backside. Vinboys has to play it very, very safe around him. 2 for 2. As 2T now falls. Vinboys, you need to be a late game Jinx at this point. Spot moving in to peel him off.
Oh my god!
With a kill picked up, Vinboys is very quick. This is a bloodbath your way. Killer Queen still lurking. Vinboys has to walk away.
Actually, the traps from Shine are doing so much work in these fights. There was a trap that exploded half of Vinboy's HP, and he was not able to chase further down some of the other targets. In the end, it's a fight, yes, and SBTC looks decent in the fight, but they lost what they came for. The Dragon Soul is secured, and that was a fight where Kota didn't activate his ultimate.
He's learning from the best. He's
Look at Coated.
Perks.
Oh, Coated. Oh, Coated. You can't do that. And look at the Blazers 1v3 in the backline. He's able to kill Enper. He's strong enough now to kill the strongest member on the other side. But yeah, how did Vinboys get chunked? There's the... Look at this. This is half HP.
It's a trap.
Yeah, it's half HP from the trap. Shine very close to just 3-shotting the enemy ADC. Wow, it's such a hard game to play for Vinboys, so I'm going to cut him some slack. Yeah, his performance isn't the greatest, but yeah, his stats don't reflect how hard it is to play for him in these team fights. Just so much to keep in mind. He went for a super defensive build, which is concerning.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Hex Drinker. I think the GA is necessary.
Probably, yes.
But I'm not a huge fan of the Hex Drinker. I understand it. That's a very scary Akali, but you need to do some damage. Coded gets kicked away. Actually, sure. What knocked him back there? Maybe that was just a W and I misread it. Because, of course, he's the one with the kick.
And Code now actually went to finish his build with some healing reduction, so still no armor penetration. I'm not sure if he wins.
Why do we have a Chempunk Chainsword on Tryndamere? Mortal Reminder exists. Why do we have a Chempunk Chainsword? Coded, why are you inting to Boris?
Yeah, it's a curious decision. I was trying to justified in my mind, because with his passive he gets to 95% crit anyway, I guess? And this gives you more cooldown reduction and HP. It's a weird decision, but maybe he just values the other stats a little bit more. It's more teamfight focused once again, I'd say, because the other one is pure attack speed, pure offensive. This one actually gives you a little bit of defensive stats as well, so more the bruiser style. But yeah, I agree, it's probably the wrong decision. Let's look at Blazes. Oh, doesn't dodge the hook, but he's a Kali.
He certainly is, and he's not done as he moves in onto 2T, has him marked with the E. Now 2T's got to run, the E times out. But look how terrifying this Akali.
Wait,
Blazes, calm down! Palette's been caught out, slowed by the Hex.
Oh, beautiful!
Can they even escape? No, they can't, and there's a knock-up on the 2T to deny the Realm Warp. This is just going to be the game ending here, your way, as the catch is good. They've picked up one. Now, Spot in that GA. Never mind, 2T turning around. He is a very big boy rise, and Vinboys has arrived as well. Whips out the zap, doesn't actually connect onto Blazes, though, who will be able to escape, and SE survive somewhere they should not have.
Oh, it's exquisite mechanical play. The hands are working today for Luxury. The brains, sometimes, but the hands are working in every single play. What a beautiful collapse, and so aggressive. I think Luxury is actually the most aggressive team in the whole league now. What happened here? Did Enpa die? I think Enpa might have died to the two of them, chasing them down.
Looks like it.
Shine with the aggressive flash forward. Not sure if Shine really had to flash there, but doesn't matter. On the other side, this was beautifully done. Killer Queen instantly committing absolutely everything, kicking both out of the Realm Warp and getting 2 kills for his team. Nothing really happened in terms of map positioning, as is always the case in the VCS. We're not fighting for map. We're not fighting for objectives. We might have that
60-kill game.
Exactly.
It's on the table.
Close.
We might genuinely have a 60-kill game here, and I'm loving every minute of them. This is raw VCS. This is exactly what we signed up for. Luxury have a death bush set up. Baron is on the map. This could decide the game.
Spot is so important. He doesn't have the GA. If he walks up too quickly, he might just insta-die. There's so much damage on the enemy team. Yeah, the Baron is gone.
Try and
very good block there.
That?
I mean, it's a Baron. They will get the inhibitor, but it's 42 minutes. Who cares about the inhibitor? Tryndamere can just stand there AFK and do 2 shots the super minion. So the inhibitor does nothing. You can see Shine. Yeah, Shine can deal with those as well. So yeah, the inhibitor is just a very small price. Now, the Baron is a huge buff in the team fight.
It lands onto 2T.
Vinboys.
They're doing a lot of damage back, though, as Spot is trying to make it happen, but he goes low. He goes down your way. Blazes will fall on the other side. Vinboys, I am watching you with an eagle eye. He's picked up one. No, never mind. He's not going to be able to do it. He goes into GA, but there are 4 on top of his corpse. Vinboys is in the Vinboys, and Luxury have finally conquered the chickens and will walk it down mid.
What a game to start the day. This was just amazing team fighting. Honestly, for a game to be this exciting in 43 minutes, both teams have to put in some performance, and I think SBTC, by far the best game of the split so far. We have to praise them as well. But in the end, Luxury's hands just outdid everything. Such a huge performance from all the players.
55 kills to start off our first game here on this delicious